Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about modern advanced find. We have been using advanced find for decades. Core is in the CRM or customer engagement space for a longer period. That advanced find is upgraded to new advanced find, which we call modern advanced find. So let's take a deep dive the difference between old and new advanced find. One is settings. So we need two settings. One is we need to enable the database search on the environment level. And then second one is enabling modern advanced find. You can take a look at the screen. The one is, which I mentioned on the left side, we need to enable the database search. And then the another one is we need to enable the modern advanced find. And then optionally, we can enable or disable, allow users to hide system views. That's no, completely, it's an optional one. Let's take a look at it on the system settings. So when you go to the environment, click on the settings. And then once you click on the settings, you need to go to features. Click on the features. Let it load. Ideally, you should be able to see. Okay, once it's loaded, you can be able to see it a search in the right hand side. That's a data was search. Okay. For a modern advanced find, we should be enabled. This option should be enabled to work on properly. Otherwise, we cannot search it. Second option, as I said, modern advanced find options. So one is modern advanced find here, this one. Then second one is this in the optional one. Okay. So once you enable the database search, generally it takes I've seen it 25 to 30 minutes. No, to all the scroll, all the tables needs to scroll to take engines to run. Okay. So next one, we'll see now the managing the views. So when you enable this one, and then in a modern advanced find, the new different thing is a couple of differences we are going to see that one. So one of them is to manage views. So when you manage the views, basically now you can able to so hide the views, or you can select the view as a default one, or you can share, assign. This is normal, like a regular advanced find. So you can able to see the difference when you select a personal view and then system view. And then you noticed one a person icon next to that view name, so which means that's a personal view. Okay. And then as I mentioned, you can assign this view to a user or a teams. You can delete your personal views, you can deactivate the views, and once you deactivate it, basically it's not going to show on the main list. Okay, let's go to see on the system side. Okay, so once, as I mentioned, once you enable it here and then go to the environment, the one main difference you will see this when the legacy advanced find option, you no longer are going to see this one. So how it's going to look like, right? So old advanced find, it's going to look like this filter condition. So this is the old advanced find. So this icon will no longer will show. So in the newer way, you can able to see it a one text box on center of the screen. Okay. So before we take to that advanced find, and then we'll take the lookup, no views. Sorry, we'll take a look at the views. So this is the normal views. It displays personal views and system views. So you can able to see it manage and share views. When you click on a manage and share views, so here, if you see it a person symbol, it means a personal view, and then these are the system one. You can activate, or if you can deactivate. So when you see that menu, it changes between system views and the personal views. Okay, look at create. This is a system views. So system views, you have three options. Either you can hide, or you can make as a default one, or you can reset to the default one. When the reset default view is enabled, whenever you change your regular default one, which is active accounts, which is the default one, when you change that one, this icon will be enabled. Okay, so when you now it's just a small sort by, you can just show them it's a personal or system views is in top the list, and then personal views is goes in the next. It's kind of simple sorting order, either alphabetical or three ways you can sort it out. Okay, so when you have a views here, right, you noticed all the views are displaying, and then I'm going to show my active accounts. Okay, so when I'm displaying this view, you can be able to edit columns or edit filters. So when I edit the specific view and columns, I'm just adding account number, something. So I added here, and okay. If you noticed, you have a star, which means this view is updated. Oh no. So whenever you change now anything, so you can be able to see there's a star symbol, and then when you can look at his, you can see that one more new uh, option or a feature if you're able to save as a new view. Since you updated, so you have options to save as a new view. So I'm going to say save as a new view. So this one is the personal one. Okay, so I'm going to say demo one active accounts. So when you click on a view now, should show up. So demo one. So you have a demo one. That's a new view. So again, you can go to manage and save views. It should show up with all the new views. Okay, as I mentioned, when you go to the system views, it has hide set as a default view. And then, for example, I'm going to say all account is my set as default view. Okay. And then you can see that another option is for a hide. So instead of going back here, and then you can able to see the hide icon here. One thing I noticed, you cannot able to select multiple views and then hide it. Okay, so you have to go one by one. That's kind of current feature again. Okay, now let's see our advanced find search, how that it works. So when you go to the advanced find search, when you now cursor, you put the cursor on the search text box, and then you should be able to see it your recent search items, and then recently opened items. By default it shows account and contact. It should show up say any recent items, and you have one more option. You can see it in the bottom. You can for search for rows in a table using advanced filter. And then, so that's are the main three different things. One is a search, recent search, and then the recently opened items. And then in a recently opened item, you have three options. One is assign, share, and email link. Okay, that's kind of the very high priority items. Most of the customer service generally uses or sales teams. Okay, let's go to the systems, and then you will see there how that works. Okay, when you put them in a cursor here, and then you can be able to see it. That's my search item. Okay, so I'm going to say another search will say item. Okay, so this one is again it shows all the results based on the search engine, right? So you can just click back here, and then if you put them in a cursor here, so it shows all the recent searches. Okay, and then you can see that the contacts and then accounts, you have a assign, email link, you have assign, share, and email link. Okay, so now let's go how this advanced find search works. So click on the search for rows. Once you clicked it, and then basically you are selecting a table first. No, that's now kind of equivalent to that how you were doing that one. So you noticed I'm selecting my account, continue, and then you should be having a pop-up based on the view it's already selected. Okay, it took some time, but anyway, so since so this filter by default how it's showing whatever the view you already been on the left side or the main view area, and then it takes that filter condition and then it applies here. So now I can add more filter. Let's say attend the one city equal to Redmond, apply. Okay, so now if you see it, previously I have active accounts. Now since I updated and then if I have a asterisk symbol, now I should be having an option to save this view as a new view, right? Otherwise I can go and edit the filters, so it should show them the same advanced find. So you should be able to see it all other kind of regular advanced find, and then you can able to see and related entities also. So it works. Apply. So you have a new view. You can able to save the new view, right? And you can change regular one. So if you see it, because we change to all accounts as a default, you can say reset the default view. You click on a reset the default view. My active accounts is the default one because this is the system settings, right? When the system opens very first time, my active accounts is the default one, but after that, we are able to change it, and that's the reason the option was showing. So now when I say um, all accounts, right? So you can say good for manage views, put on manage views, and then I can say active account is my default one. Apply. Okay, that should show up, and then should be able to see the reset to default. Okay. So next one, we'll see what are the limitations we have, right? Okay, back here. Okay, we see two limitations so far. So one of them is download fetch XML, which is you will be able to see in the left-hand side. That's a legacy advanced find, and then the other one is which is associated child cases. Okay, so that's a two of them child associated cases or opportunity, anything associated for that specific record. Okay, rest of them, all the features already available. These two features, so far, it's not exist as of now. Going forward, I'm hoping, expecting this existing feature should come along in the next releases. That's all, everyone. So the next video, we are going to talk about Microsoft Teams chat inside Dynamic 365. Thank you. Have a good day.